Peace. Abarigani Salam and Hotep. Hey, it's time for a good episode of Our Investments. So in this particular show, I'll be looking at investment opportunities because, investment is one of the things that I do. And I firmly believe that everybody should own a business. When it comes to our people, everybody should own a business. When it comes to America, everybody should own a business. And I know I get pushed back. People are like, well, everybody's not meant to be a business owner. Well, everyone can be a business owner simply by owning stock, simply by investing in somebody else. So look, I invest in Nike and Walmart. So I'm an owner of Nike and Walmart, right? You can be too, all right? You can start off with Cash App and then switch to something else. But everybody should be a business owner. Everybody should be a business owner. And so today, I'm going to talk about a business opportunity that I recently came across, all right? And I found this opportunity on Mainvest. So if you're not familiar with Mainvest, Mainvest allows you to invest in small businesses, right? And the way you do it is they have the opportunity for a business who's looking for funding. And you can invest in that business with your funds, and you don't have to be an accredited investor. And an accredited investor is somebody who has, over $1 million in net worth, or, between you and your spouse, you have a certain amount. But you actually had to be an accredited investor and have a certain amount of money before the federal government at one time would let you invest in Amazon. But unless you invest in Facebook, Instagram, big places like that. Well, things changed under the Obama administration, where now the Joe Schmo, Jane Schmo, them Schmo can now invest in businesses. Mainvest is only one of the platforms that allows you to do that. So within Mainvest, you actually can get passive income. Now, I'm telling you, it's not a lot. It's not a lot unless you invest a lot. So don't think that you're going to put in $100 and walk away with a G. Business really doesn't work that way. But I do think that this is a great opportunity to discover passive income in small businesses all across America. All right. And 10 to 25% target returns with as little as $100. Now, I'm not saying that, Mainvest is the business that is the only way to go. I'm not giving them my green thumb. I'm simply saying that with this particular investment, I think that Mainvest is a really great opportunity. So let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to go to investment opportunities. And I thought this one was pretty intriguing. Injaga. So we'll click on it. All right. So you have an opportunity with Injaga to get a 1.6 time investment multiple. In other words, if you put in $100, you'll get 100 times 1.6. 100 times 1.6 is the return that you're going to get. 100 times 1.6. So let's say you have your calculator, your handy dandy calculator, and it's 100 times 1.6. I did it wrong. 100 times 1.6. 160. So you put in $100, you're going to get $60 back. That's what it means by investment multiple, right? So it's 1.6x, whatever you put in times X. So if you put in $1,000, of course, you're going to get, $1,600. If you put in $10,000, you're going to get what? Well, let's do $10,000. Let's see what happens when you do $10,000, because I don't want to have my math incorrect. So 10,000, 1, 2, 3 times 1.6, 16,000. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to. Now it's also a Black-owned, melanated-owned, Moorish-owned, Indigenous-owned. Pick a term, use any term you want to go with. I rock with them all. I don't really set trip over terminology. All right, so here's their website. So we can click here and check out their website. A Boston-based Black-owned cannabis dispensary. All right, and gives you a little information about them. Then it talks about Injaga. That's a nice picture. All right, and so these are their products categories: the flowers, the accessories, the vaping, the concentrates, the pre-rolls, the edibles. I want to click on edible. Well, that's not clickable. All right. And they do delivery, express delivery, and it looks like they have a membership as well. All right. So I'm going to go back here, and you can watch this investment opportunity here on MainVest, and you'll get a chance, to learn more about it. So, they have $100 you can invest in, $500, $250,000, $10,000. All right. And it looks to me like you have, as of today, 17 days remaining to invest, and that 110 investors. All right. So here's the CEO, Cleon Byron. All right. Here's their leadership team. Cleon Byron, CEO. Sandy Hairbacher is the Chief Operating Officer, the COO. Devonta Davis is the Supply Chain Manager, and Dr. Shalair Armstrong is the Marketing Director. So, right there. All right. According to Marijuana Business Daily, 80% of cannabis businesses are owned by those who identify as white. Your investment helps them change that statistic and helps right the wrongs created by the war on drugs. Okay. So this is what they're trying to build. This is a architectural rendering of what they're going to be building. And so let's go through the information, all right? So we go to the data. All right, so their target raise was $50,000. They were shooting for $50,000. MainVest does receive a bit of the income they make. So even though if they raise $50,000, MainVest will keep $3,000 and they'll keep $47,000. All right. It looks like as of today, they've raised $54,400. And these are their forecasts in terms of sale. This is 2 million, 4 million, 6 million, 8 million, 10 million, 12 million, 14 million. So in year one, they expect to have gross sales right around $5,940,000. Year two, they're expecting $8,910,000. And so you can see here, gross sales year three in their projections, their forecast, $10,800,000. Now, here is their operating profit. So this is how much they expect to sell gross, and this is what their expected profit is. So their expected profit in the first year is $1,525,932. All right, and this is the cost of goods sold. So this is how much it's going to cost them to make this. So year one, it's going to cost them $2,970,000, and that's how much they're going to have to do in business, and they're going to walk away with a profit after doing all that of $1,525,932. It's kind of how you read that. All right. So this is their target raise and their maximum raise. The maximum amount that they can raise from MainVest in this round is $235,000. MainVest will walk away with 15 of it. All right. So here's some updates. All right, they hit their 50,000 K, and it's still not too late. Like I said, it's 17 days before they end this particular round. There's an interview you can watch on YouTube with the brother. Well, let's see who somebody on Graffiti Alley. Let's see how that goes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is 420 Rob. I'm here at Central Square with my good friends Cleon and
All right, that may not have been the best video for them to link. It looked like dude was a little smoked out to me. Now, I don't consume marijuana. I don't, I may consume an edible soon. I have a friend who's trying to get me to try an edible, so I'll see what that's like soon. But I am not opposed to investing in this opportunity. Here's their pitch deck. So if you click here, where's their pitch deck? Oh, okay, it's kind of cute. Cool. And she's a doctor. Okay. They have a pitch deck on here. So here's the pitch deck. And once again, that's their leadership team. That's the CEO. All right. Caribbean descent. He's not a foundational Black American, but he is Black. He's one of us. He's just not FBA or ADOS or DOAS. That's all good. The top advisors. I don't know any of these people. But Advanced Nutrition's Limited, Fuss and O'Neill, Kroll Security. Now, I have heard of Kroll Security Services. All right. So, University of Kentucky, a cannabis geneticist. That's intriguing. A cannabis geneticist. That's intriguing. All right. Good stuff. So and that's their timeline. All right, so they're expecting their store to open in September 22. Construction beginning in June. And so these checks are the things that they've accomplished. So they received their retail license approved by the Boston Cannabis Board. They executed an agreement with the city of Boston. They did get the ability to have their store, which is the grants conditional use permit, so that now they're able to be zoned to do that. I guess what they're working on now is the Cannabis Control Commission approved state application and construction. So I think I saw in their updates that they did get, let's see, updates. Okay, they hit their 20% mark. I saw in their updates somewhere on here that they were close to getting this. Low market penetration. It's only one competitor in their local area. So, that's an opportunity. So, all right, here's the opportunity. They're looking to be operating from 10 to 8. And these are the type of details, and a parking lot. Hey, any opportunity that has a parking lot is going to do well. Parking is a beast in many of our major cities. Okay. It looks like they had a lot of support from their area. And so here are the details, here's the Massachusetts legal cannabis market. And this is the market size, and this is what they expect to happen. Or this is what has happened. Exceeded $1 billion in 2020. So they're saying that their business is going to be competing in a market that has already exceeded $1 billion in gross sales. So you might want to invest in Injaga, right? So once again, you can invest with as little as $100, and then you can be part owner or a contributing partner. This is not necessarily sharing ownership. So they're doing a sharing note, a revenue sharing note. So even though you're not going to have an ownership portion of the company, you will share in their revenue. And so how much you put in, you put in 10,000, you get back 16,000. You put in 1,000, you get back 1,600. You put in 100, you get $160. So that's an opportunity for us to invest in our businesses. And in this particular series on the Our Black Empowerment channel, we'll be looking at empowerment through investing. Because I truly believe that all of us can be business owners, but we don't have to run the businesses. We don't have to be there to operate the businesses. We don't have to do hiring and firing. We can own parts of businesses simply by investing. and then reap the benefits when that company does well. So am I going to invest? I'm probably going to invest in this one. I'm probably going to invest in this one. The sharing note isn't bad. And the good thing is you can, once you get your weight up, if you invest and you get some return, you can put that return back into this business. So, or any other business on Mainvest. So you might want to check out Mainvest and look at some of their other opportunities. All of them are not quote unquote black owned, minority owned, melanated owned, whatever term Moorish owned, Indigenous owned, BIPOC owned. They're not all that. But here's some other ones in the regulated cannabis opportunities. If you like beer, then you have some brewery opportunities. If you like baking, there's some baking opportunities. This one is Lucky Buns in Washington, D.C. I may save that for another one. But here's just some of the opportunities you can get into on Mainvest. And today we really looked at the Injaga opportunity, a Boston-based cannabis company. So, hey, do your investments. Do it for today. Do it for tomorrow. Do it for the yet born. Do it for a legacy. Peace.